once that I fronted a bunch of years ago when I was really trying to get into the blogging scene.
Right. Not just a cafe. Cute.
Next to not just a bar.
Not just a bar. Nice. Nash. That would be a fabulous store. That park had a Legion field or whatever. But we're like,
I need to hit a Pokestop.
Where the outfield is, there's like stuff in the way. I'm like, how do you use that field?
Oh.
There's an ice skating rink. There's something else over there. I'm like, you have like no outfield. Like, I don't know sports and I don't know baseball or softball or whatever, but I know what an outfield is, and you don't have one. You have the infield, the gravel part, and then you've got like 10 feet, and boom, there's something in your way.
Interesting.
Unless they're playing like kiddie softball or something.
Maybe.
What do they call that? Little League?
Well, no, Little League is a different thing.
Oh.
But, although even when I played softball in elementary school, there's like T-ball.
That's
even in T-ball, you have outfield.
Right.
I played that a little bit, and then softball when I was in elementary school. The Parks and Rec place, not too far from where we lived. Again, we were in the city, so nothing was too far away. Not just Wisconsin.
So my daughter tells me about there's a kid that she hangs out with, I think, that he's from somewhere else. I don't remember if it's he's not from Minnesota, and I don't remember if it's southern or if he's from the south or if he's from like California or something. But he always makes fun of our accents, and we're like, we don't really have an accent. He's like, yeah, until you say the word bag. It's bag, you know. So now Courtney will do that on purpose. She'll be like, ooh, look at your bag. And then her friend will chime in and like start doing really Minnesota stuff, and they'll go back and forth. And he's like, oh, shut up. Well, now I do it. So when we were doing the shop hop, I would hear people, oh, that's a pretty bag. And I'm like, oh my God, she was so right.
Yeah.
So it's like if you ever need to like jumpstart, like you're trying to do the Minnesota accent, you need to jumpstart into it. You can't just go to the you betcha and whatever. You've got to start with bag. Because once you do bag, then you can just go right into it.
Oh. How to talk Minnesotan is more than just how you pronounce things, though.
Right. It's changing words.
I went to
Gotta have your hot dish.
Yep.
And not casserole.
And the most classic part, of course, though, is the Minnesota goodbye. Was it something on PBS? I mean, I've been to the play they did that at the Playhouse.
How to talk Minnesotan.
Yeah, and I think I saw a piece of it maybe on PBS not too long ago. Like I was doing something, and I was like, "Oh, it's the Minnesota goodbye." And I mean, like it gets so bad, because you don't want to say goodbye, and it's like, oh, well, it's dark now. Just stay overnight. And
Right. Oh my God, we do.
It's fine.
Yep. I was reading a book, and the book I was reading.
Yay! Yay for books.
But no, there was this one that I had never seen the Oasis Cafe open before. Look at that.
Yeah.
But I was reading this one, and he's talking about this one character's from Minnesota, and he was talking about this thing called hot dish. One of the characters was, and I guess it's this tater tot thing and I'm like, our hot dishes do not just always have tater tots. We have other things as well. We have sometimes, we have goulash type hot dishes.
Oh goodness.
I was all like up in arms. I wonder if we're going to even find parking in here.
I don't know. Also, this is down here is where you go for the paddle, for this great boat and pack.
Yeah, I've been on the Jubilee too. That's where I had to do a photo shoot for a wedding.
My friend Barb's wedding was on one of those boats.
So was my friend Nate's. Oh, look at that parking.
Yeah.
We might have to hoof it.
Maybe.
No, I'm just going to talk like that all day just to be annoying.
This place.
Yeah. Oh, there was one there too. And there's one. And there's a couple more.
Get out.
That person don't know how to park. See, I try to do Minnesota accent. Sometimes it becomes more Mexican, or sometimes it becomes more Irish. I don't know. I'm not good with accents. Except apparently country. In class, we had to read the book, The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. And it's when I had been going to Tennessee almost every year for vacation. And so the teacher had everybody read, and it was my turn. And I read my paragraph, and she's like, okay, keep going. And I read more. Okay, just read the rest of it. Because I was doing all the accents and didn't even realize it.
Thank you for listening. You can find our show notes and other episodes on our website at superchunkypodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or other podcasting services. Welcome to the Super Chunky Podcast Show with your host, Christy and Bert.
Did I say show?
Welcome to the Super Chunky Podcast Show with your hosts, Christy and Bert. Today is Friday, April 20th, 2018, and this is April 13th. Welcome to the Super Chunky Podcast Show with your hosts, Christy and Bert. Today is Friday 20... Welcome to the Super Chunky Podcast Show.